Good evening and welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph and I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock, hard rock, and heavy metal and other forms of rock music. So tonight we're doing our Wednesday night favorites. Now, having done the previous 3 episodes, which were my favorite progressive rock songs shorts, my favorite progressive rock songs long, and my favorite progressive rock songs epics, I've now decided, based on somebody's recommendation, to do my favorite songs that aren't progressive rock by progressive rock groups. Now, some of these are a little bit marginal. The songs are a little bit marginal, and some of the groups maybe some people won't think of as progressive rock, but for the most part I think they are. Okay, so we're going to do what we normally do. I'm going to do a top 10 list of these songs. I thought about doing 25, but I think that's really stretching it a bit. So I decided to just do my top 10 and then do 4 or 5 honorable mentions. Okay, so when I'll do what I normally do in this situation is I do from worst to best, or from least favorite to most favorite. So we'll be doing the top 10 anyway, so we'll go from 10 to 1. And then I'll reverse the order and tell you what they are in the reverse order, and then finally I'll give you my honorable mentions. Okay, so again, basically what we're doing here is that a lot of progressive rock bands pretty much stuck to progressive rock, but some of them did not. Some of them had the odd song that was not progressive, or they might have the odd album that's not really that progressive, or in the case of some groups, they had a progressive era and then they had a non-progressive era. But anyways, we're going to deal with this in the fashion that I have already stated. So coming in at number 10, from a group who I have most of their stuff and I really like a lot of their stuff, the progressive part and the non-progressive part. And we'll start, number 10 is Oh Darling from Tramp. I love this song. I think it's the best song on that album, Breakfast in America. And the album isn't terribly progressive. It has a few songs that are kind of a little progressive, but the other albums are a little more progressive than it. But I chose this song, because I like this song quite a bit. And coming in at number 9 comes from Jethro Tull, a band who has a lot of progressive stuff, but also have a lot of unprogressive stuff. But I chose one particular song because, to me, it's not progressive, but has a little bit of progressive element to it. And that's Budapest from the Crest of a Knave album. Great tune. Really like this song a lot. I think this is during their kind of Dire Straits period, I guess. Okay. So number 8 is from a band who I think is a fairly progressive band, but they had this hit that came out in the middle of it. It's from Childhood Ends. I can't remember the name of the album, but anyways, the song is Kaylee. It actually was a hit, but it's not progressive at all. So for Marillion, that's the group. Number 8, Kaylee from Marillion. Okay, number 7 comes from arguably one of my favorite progressive bands of all time. Had some massive progressive hits. But this one is not progressive. These 2 albums, 90125 and Big Generator, and then the album that came after, which I don't even know, were not progressive, and I like this song a little bit. It's called A Rhythm of Love by Yes, off of the Big Generator album. Number 6 comes from a band that I love a lot, especially their progressive stuff is really good. But this particular song, not progressive at all, comes from an album that has a fair bit of progressive stuff on it. But we're talking about Lorelei from Styx. Great tune. Fantastic tune. Styx has some other stuff that's fantastic too, but I put this one as my particular favorite of theirs. Number 5 comes from a band, the only band up here with 2 songs on the chart on my top 10. And we're talking about my favorite band, Rush, and this song is called Making Memories from Fly By Night. It's an acoustic song, but it's always been one of my favorite Rush songs, period. And just a fantastic tune, you know. There's a time for feeling as good as you can. The time is now for... I forgot. Okay. So number 4 comes from a band that has some progressive stuff, but also has some very poppy stuff. Has a lot of different mix. But this particular song has got a little bit of a disco flavor to it, if you can believe that. And it comes from ELO's Don't Bring Me Down. I always kind of like that dragging noise they make. You know, it's just something about this song really catches me. I'm not a huge ELO fan. I have listened to them on occasion. However, this song I like quite a bit. Number 3 from Peter Gabriel. He's the only solo artist up here. Excuse me. Wow. Can't believe how tired I've been. I've been tired again. Always. It seems like every day now. In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel off of the So album. Really good tune. I've listened to the song quite a bit over the years. It's still my favorite, one of my favorite songs by him. Then we get to the top 2, which pretty much dominated this. There was never going to be any other tunes up there except for these 2. I know this one particular song, the number 2 song by Genesis, is not really that popular with the progressive movement. A lot of them think it's because it was a hit and one of their first hits that it kind of sent them off in that direction. And I'm not going to argue that might have been the case. Maybe they were looking to go that way anyways. But of course we're talking about Follow Me, Follow You off of their and then number 3 album. I still love the song, despite the fact that it maybe signaled the end of their progressive era. But I think that was going, like I said, I think that was going to happen inevitably anyways. Number 1 is number 1, has been number 1. Not just my number 1 song for this category, it's my number 1 song, period. It's been my number 1 song for about 2 or 3 decades now. Took over from early on. I had a lot of songs that would switch out. Spirit of Radio, Roundabout. There's all kinds of stuff that was fighting out for number 1. But this song eventually rose to the top and has been number 1 since then. And that's from Rush's Caress of Steel, Lakeside Park. I think something about this song, I think it's a combination of I really like the song. I think it has great melody. To me it's one of Rush's first really great songs. Also, it talks about a place that I'm familiar with. I used to go here all the time, Port Dalhousie, and I think every time I hear this song I think about that area. So Lakeside Park from Rush, number 1. Okay, so I'm just going to reiterate the songs in the reverse order. So coming in at number 1, Lakeside Park from Rush. Number 2, Follow Me, Follow You from Genesis. Number 3, In Your Eyes from Peter Gabriel off the So album. Number 4, Don't Bring Me Down from ELO. Number 5, Making Memories from Rush. Number 6, Lorelei from Styx. Number 7, Rhythm of Love off the Big Generator album from Yes. Number 8, Kaylee from Marillion. Number 9, Budapest from the Crest of Knave album from Jethro Tull. And number 10, Oh Darling off the Breakfast in America album from Supertramp. Now, my honorable mentions go, I think I wrote 4. Yeah, I did. I wrote 4 honorable mentions. Another Rush song, Finding My Way off of their first album. I listen to this track every once in a while. I just put the album on just to hear this song. I really love this song quite a bit. It's Geddy Lee at his best. Yeah! Oh, yeah! Okay. Then we have Genesis, Turn It On Again, which I like to do, which I like to sing, turn it on, turn it on, turn it on again. Yeah, okay, Elmer Fudd, no problem. Okay, then another one, Love in the Midnight from Styx off of their Cornerstone album, and Dreamer from Supertramp. So there you have it. My top 10 favorite non-progressive rock songs from progressive rock bands, and some honorable mentions as well. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this top 10 favorites for Wednesday night, and I'll be doing something a little different next week. I'm thinking about doing something else, maybe a top 10 favorite of a group. I haven't decided yet. I haven't done one of those for a while, so I'm thinking that's why I might do one. Anyways, I hope you, I hope you liked the episode. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments about any of these songs, or any of your favorite songs of the same kind of category, let me know. I'd be interested in hearing. So there you have it. Another episode done. Prog Monster out. Bye. Have a good day.